we are here with Alexis DeJoria and Ida Zetterström for JCM Racing, and pretty darn cool to say the first ever NHRA all-female lineup. I mean, when you hear those words, I'll start with you. Just what does that mean?
It's pretty profound. I mean, it came together naturally. It wasn't planned this way, and it wasn't a marketing tool. It just happened to work out. So we had a third teammate. They didn't work out this year, so we ended up being the two females and to break records again, which we've both done in the past, different ways. But one more isn't too bad.
Absolutely, yeah. I remember Ali, our publicist, calling me a couple of weeks after we knew we were going to race together, and she said it's the first ever all Nitro female team, and I thought, how badass is that, especially with it happening the way it did. And I think we're definitely proud of having that on resume.
And for Alexis, I mean, you've been around the sport for a number of years, and to see, I guess, women in motorsports really take off, especially in this sport. And what does that say about just NHRA and just how I guess equal that they've been with this?
I think NHRA is incredibly inclusive, and it's not just the fact that there are more females competing in NHRA versus any other form of motorsports. It's the fact that they're winning. And I really attest that to people in the industry at the very beginning, like Shirley Muldowney, Bunny Burkett, Shelly Anderson, people that really paved the way, Paula Murphy. I mean, the list goes on. But we're excited to be here, and we can't wait to make our first qualifying runs of the season. It's been a very long off season for some reason. It seemed a lot longer than normal.
And I'm curious for both of you, we'll start with Ida, just how would you describe, obviously you guys haven't been teammates for too long, but how would you describe Alexis as a teammate and just how she brings the best out of yourself and other team members?
Obviously, the first thing I noticed was her energy when she showed up. Like, I feel like she's very excited for this new chapter and brings an energetic feeling into the team, and that's something that I think we all can kind of feed up on. And it also feels like the actual energy you have when you come to a race day does play a big part in how everything goes down with the team and how you have that feeling together. So I think that's from the little things we've seen together so far, that's one of the highlights I've taken with me. I feel like we're very excited for this. I feel like we can race each other up in that way, and even though none of us are screaming girl power, it's definitely girl power.
Naturally.
And for you, just what does Ida bring? What have you noticed about her that really brings, I guess, maybe a spark or something else to the team?
She's headstrong. She's focused. Again, she's not waving the pink flag, going, "I'm a girl doing like guy things." No, she's a badass. She won a championship in Europe before she came over. She raced, drag motorcycles also. So the list goes on. She's very well trained, and she's very worthy of her position here, and she is much deserving of 10 more races on top of the 10 she's got right now. So
working hard on that.
Definitely want to promote that and get as many sponsorships for her as possible. So
and you mentioned it with the the 10 races so far this year. Obviously not what you would hope to going into a season, and we talked about that a couple months ago at PRI. But how do you keep that focus and knowing that as long as I'm doing my job and just doing these other things, that this may well be turned into a full schedule if things fall into place?
So the thing is, sponsorships don't fall into your lap. You do really need to work on getting those. It doesn't matter how many wins you get out here, you still need to really show that return on investment for the sponsors, because it's not just about a logo on the car these days. Like, there's so much more to it that we definitely have to offer over here with the business-to-business side and the fantastic hospitality, and offer a place for people to bring their customers, their new clients or potential clients, and take care of them. But also the business-to-business side we have with other companies we work together with, and that is something that I'm working really hard on promoting and obviously pitching to new companies. I'm working a lot on that sponsorship side. I mean, when we ran the teams in Europe and when I ran over there, I bring in all my sponsorship myself, so that's something I'm working very hard on over here, to make that 10 race schedule a 20 race schedule. But not just that, just being secured for chasing championships for the years to come. Like right now, we're not just looking at 2025. Like this is a quest of finding the stability to be out here chasing championships, because you don't win a championship in 1 year out here. If you're not Austin Prock jumping in a car like winning the championship the first
and
year.
also his car has been proved tried and true. So,
yeah, and I mean
we're fairly new teams, new people coming together.
Yeah.
None of us are new at NHRA per se, but we're new together as a team.
It takes time to work that stability together, and just like when mentioning Austin Prock, like he's a great driver who has a great crew chief that he already has a relationship with. I mean, that's something that the others out here are spending years on, finding that stability with the driver, crew chief, team, car, getting all of that to align as one. And I feel like that's when you do that, you get the stability that you need to go out there and win championships, and that's not something you put together in a year. So we definitely have a multi-year plan, and we're trying to find the right partners to put that plan completely in motion to be out here chasing those
And it builds confidence when you know you have the backing and the solidity of it. You know, you can move forward without any of that weighing down on you. So we're hoping for the best here.
Absolutely.
She's badass. She's awesome. Can't wait.
We're gonna keep fighting for it.
And for you, Alexis, I mean, obviously coming over here from multiple years over at DC, I mean, what kind of sparked you to make that change and to do something that maybe, I don't know, maybe the familiarity might have told you not to do it, or something like that?
Well, honestly, I had been working with Del Worsham for a very long time, and Del's been out here for a very long time, since he was like a kid. So he just was kind of looking to do something a little different, maybe ease back on a full schedule. He just kind of wanted to maybe run a couple races, and by far I am not finished. I've got a lot of unfinished business out here. I want to win a championship. I want to win races, and we have to be competitive. You have to run every single race. Yeah. So that's what we're doing out here, and so it was amicable. Dale's still one of my best friends out here, and he always will be. He'll be my mentor, my hero, all that. So it opened up at JCM, where they had they had room for me to come in to be a part of a 3-car team, and then we lost one, and so it's now us. And I'm just really grateful to be a part of this team. I'm grateful to be racing this year with an awesome crew. I've got Phil Zwart from my old team that came over with me. He's been with me since day one. So that's incredible to have that familiar face. Obviously, I know some of these guys, like Mike Neff, my crew chief. I'm really excited to work with him. He's a funny car badass too. So Todd Smith, they're awesome.